ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
I like the Alaskan pipeline.
I do.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the first day of August, 2024, and doesn't feel like it out there. Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Hockey, and welcome to your little Power Trip morning show for the first day of August. Here we're out on Thursday. We're on Thursday because no Tommy today, but we'll have Ben and we will have Marnie as well. So a interesting matchup today on the show. Ooh. Let's get her started. Here's Josh Blue on having cerebral palsy and being in the Paralympic Games. It's some comedy on a Thursday morning. Come on in. I am glad you're here.
A lot of people don't know this about me, but for many years I was a member of the U.S. Paralympic national soccer team. Woo! Where were you guys at the games? Sure could have used those 30 claps. I know many of you maybe don't know what the Paralympics are, which is unfortunate because it's the second largest sporting event on the planet. Olympics for people with physical disabilities. Yeah, I mean, we're second largest only to the able-bodied Olympics. Oh yeah, must be tough running with two legs, huh? I got injured in one of the games in the Paralympics, and my coach had the nerve to put me on the disabled list. Should that somehow make me better?
Okay. That was fart too much.
Yeah.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side.
You ready to hear it, baby?
You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors. Never giving up believe.
Even though it's currently muted, I'm watching our friend Alicia Lewis on KARE 11, and they're talking about the power outages. How many people lost power again because of the storms last night?
I called 911 a moment ago. I'm sure you guys saw the exit ramp up here at Xenia Park Place.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The lights are out?
They're out. The stoplights are out.
The stoplights are out.
And there's like no traffic right now, and there was almost 3 accidents as I was walking across that road.
Oh, my.
And I called 911. She's like, yeah, we're aware of it. And I'm like, cool.
Not ripping you. Honest question. Is that who are you supposed to call in that spot?
You know what? I've been told by a police officer that that's the kind of thing you should call them about.
For like, stoplights out?
Yes, anything like that you see as a potential emergency. So, yeah. So I hope that's true. And this was this one police officer's opinion. But I mean, that's going to be. Maybe like dicey. Right now, that's going to be really bad up there. Because you come through there, and if you don't see a red light, part of your brain thinks it is green, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. So that one stoplight right off the exit is completely out. Yep. Then the next one of the 2 lights is out. Right. Did you notice that?
I did not.
Because I went through the one that was completely dark because there were no cars coming. And then I came up on the next one and there was no green. I'm like, oh, well, there's a green in the corner, but there's the green over the top. Right over the lane was out. And I'm going, ooh, man, this is dicey. But
greasy.
Didn't think for 1 second to help another human being. I just drove straight to work.
Sounds like you.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
You know, speaking of, I don't know if I ever brought this up to you guys. But on one of my little journeys out into the world by myself, I was cruising through Wisconsin. This is a sad story. I hate to bring you down early in the morning. But I was driving along, and I saw a big old doggy that had obviously just been hit by a car.
Oh.
And he was struggling really bad in the ditch beside the road. Ugh. And I was like, oh, and I got to do it. So I called 911 and I said, I'm so sorry. I know this is a doggy. but he just got hit and he's struggling. He's rolling around. He's obviously in terrible pain. I'm sorry if it's the wrong thing to do. And the lady on the phone was so nice. She was like, that's exactly the right thing to do. We'll make sure we send somebody out there to take care of him. So I wasn't sure. And maybe I got lucky and talked to the right dispatcher. I have no idea. But I was like, I can't just let him lay there. That's just terrible.
Heard the police showed up and shot a black lab.
Wow. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep, that's exactly right.
Was it tough to hear the lady on the phone because Rosie was laughing so hard?
I called Rosie second. Yeah, because he told me I want to be there for it.
Yeah.
Well, then he shouldn't have driven away in the first place.
Yeah. Well played.
Oh man. Oh, here's something for you. And I don't even ask the question if anymore. I just tell you, there's somebody out there whose thing is to drive around hitting dogs. Imagine that. Right?
Yeah.
There's one horrible person out there.
I know, and he calls it vocal maintenance.
Brilliant.
This could be one of those today.
Could be one of those days.
Good.
Well, we got to fill the gap because no Tommy today. Again, we flipped Tommy and Marnie. Tommy was 2 days ago. He was on Tuesday. Marnie today at like 7:10. But we'll have Ben Lieber today. I assume Parker Fox later.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Didn't Parker already start? They started practice though, correct?
I saw. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Okay, I thought it was.
Is his schedule with us moving forward different because of that or not?
Not as far as I know. That's why I picked Thursdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
That's cool.
Man, we had some storms last night, did we not?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
It was rough.
We were supposed to play in Shakopee last night. We were supposed to play at 7:30. Then it was 7, then 6:30, and at 6:25 they called the show off.
Wow.
Yeah. Lightning
got us, and that's always the thing. I mean, we can play in the rain, but the lightning's the bad thing, especially with that many people out there. But the worst part was we sound checked at 2:30.
Oh.
She just sat there.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes before showtime. But I bought some sweet shirts at I think it's called Billy's. What is the place called?
Oh, Billy.
Billy's Cobblery? No, what the hell is that?
Billy's what?
There's a store that's been right there on the main drag in Shakopee since like the olden times, and it's still named something old. And they got the best dudes' clothes in there, man. Coddlery? What the hell would that word be?
No idea.
Billy's woman get in that kitchen and cook dinner.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you've been there.
Is it Billy's
Toggery?
Yeah.
Toggery.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, but it's a sweet store. I got to look it up. I never thought about it. Billy's Toggery. Let's see. What the hell does Toggery mean?
Wow.
Clothing. It just means clothing.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
This is a nice shop.
Yeah, dude's got great stuff.
I mean, if you call it Billy's Clothing, people might go in there. I'm not going into a place that's got toggery.
You sure?
Yeah.
Now, if someone says, look at that toggery that kid's got on, I'm going to be like, what did you just call me?
Right.
I don't want to see a kid's toggery.
You do want to see
illegal.
Yeah.
Good clothes. Like that place.
I would just call it Billy's Clothes.
How about the news article I sent you sons of bitches last night?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
right?
crazy.
Did you guys know about it before I sent that?
Yeah, because Power Trip Bets tweeted it yesterday afternoon that we may have saved I shouldn't say we, the St. Paul Saints.
No, we did it.
May have saved the life of Terry Kaiser. Weekend at Bernie's himself. He was in town for the Saints and Wednesdays with Bernie, last Wednesday with the Power Trip Morning Show.
That was over a week ago already.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that was 8 days ago. His freaking house burned down. And, of course, he wasn't there.
While he was here.
While he was here, his house burned down. So if he had been home, would Bernie have actually died?
I think he would have. I think we have to say we saved his life.
And if he burns to death, then we can't do the Weekend at Bernie's bit at his funeral.
I know.
Think about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
great point.
Yeah,
you're so right. It's hard
and
to
that
carry
would have been
out.
that would have been a tragedy.
That would have been the worst
That would have
part.
been the worst part. Yeah,
yeah.
no doubt about it.
Devastating if we can't do that bit at his funeral.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, crazy, right?
On my my left penis, we talked about his house at the table at the St. Paul Saints game and how much he loved it.
Right, because you asked him where in Colorado he lived and do you go skiing a lot and this and that. And because he's super limber for an 84-year-old. Like that dude can get around. He could absolutely ski.
So he and I and Pat Bixler, who comes in here, we're talking about this new sport that they do out there by him where you're on skis and a horsey drags you over jumps and stuff like that. And it's this new thing that's like a big deal apparently. And he was telling me how fun it is to watch it. And that he could see it from his house because he lived in the middle of the woods, and that sumbitch burned. Oof.
Well, that's the thing is wood is pretty flammable.
I heard that. I heard that.
I heard that. Of course you did.
Man, that
You're
sucks.
standing
I know,
right next
man.
to me.
Imagine like your house burned down and everything in it went. I mean,
Sure, insurance is going to get you a new one, but you don't get the stuff back in the house. You just get a new house.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and I mean the disruption and
Yeah.
geez Louise.
Well, that article even said he's flying home to see the devastation. He said, I was in Minneapolis for work, and now I'm flying home to see the devastation.
Oh my gosh!
Yikes.
Horrible.
Lost his
I
house.
wonder if he'll ever call us and thank us.
Yeah, I wonder if it was worth it to come out here.
Right.
I wonder if he credits us.
So, did a house guest start a fire? What happened?
I didn't see the cause, but the house guest was there.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Was it Richard and Larry? What if it was Jonathan Silverman and Andrew McCarthy? They started the fire.
What if it was Andrew McCarthy because
What if it was
Terry
J.J.
called
McCarthy?
him pissy on the air?
Yeah.
What if it was J.J. McCarthy?
Oh, man. Zach would think he was even more hot.
No, literally. I know. That was an appreciated part of that interview is when
Yeah.
he ripped on McCarthy. That was a good bit.
Yeah.
I'm just really bummed out because, again, in the last handful of months, I have a growing desire to
Kiss men.
dabble in arson.
Yes, man.
Right? I would like to burn down a house. This was an opportunity. If it was going to burn down anyway.
You see the Giss Men?
Yeah, Giss Man.
I think they got a Marvel movie.
I should have burned down Bernie's house.
No, you should not have burned down anybody's house. What are you
Burn down
talking about?
either way. Why not let me start it?
You're going to go to jail.
Jail would be good for him.
No. Well, you're right.
Well, yeah.
He's going to be kissing men.
And he'd finally get kissed.
How do you think you would fare in jail, Cor?
Not very well. Although I could win a lot of cigarettes playing poker.
That's true. Yeah, you might be the best poker player in jail.
Maybe you.
I'm no worm. We'll talk about that later, too. Trivia for the three of you.
Yes, sir.
This is called a pop quiz. This is called Are You Paying Attention? And it's also called How Bad Is Our Memory?
Okay.
We're through about 6 days of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The U.S. has won just 5 golds, which is not great so far. China has 11 golds. So the U.S. leads in overall medals, but we only have 5 gold medals.
Wow.
Can you name the 5 gold medals, either the people or the events that the U.S. has won gold in through the first 6 days?
I can't.
Ledecky,
That is one. Katie Ledecky won in the 1,500-meter swim.
the
Yep.
women gymnastics.
That is number 2, sure.
The men's team swimming, I think they won a gold.
Yes, they did.
They were the first one.
4x100. They won the relay race, right? The other 2 are the hard 2.
The mountain biking lady won silver.
Man.
Uh,
I don't even remember hearing about the other two.
fencing?
Yeah.
Fencing.
Oh.
Lee Kiefer
Oh, yeah, Lee
won in
Keebom.
women's foil for fencing.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell women's foil is.
It's a Reynolds wrap.
Well, track and field hasn't started.
We didn't win anything in shooting, which is crazy because we're America.
We're getting our asses kicked in 3-on-3 basketball in both sports, both genders.
Way to go, Fredette.
Pretty good though, guys. The
DMX?
fifth one is Tori. Is it Husk or Husky? Huske
Don't call me that. Come on.
in the 100-meter butterfly. She won gold.
Oh, yeah,
and,
that's right.
And got a silver by 13 100ths of a second in another one. So she almost had 2. So Ledecky, the gymnastics team, Husk or Husky, however you say it, the women's foil person, Lee Kiefer, and then the men's 4x100 freestyle relay. So 5 golds so far.
You know, we talk about this kind of thing all the time. But when I was listening to Katie Ledecky blowing doors off last night again, loading in the audio, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, she's the greatest swimmer in the world that like ever lived, right? Like
Female, probably.
female,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
But you know,
Arguably.
But somewhere out there in Hawaii, there's some lady who's like been swimming since the second day of her life who would probably blow her doors off, and we don't know who she is. You know, like
I would argue that's incorrect.
I bet it's not.
It's possible.
You know what I mean?
It is definitely
Like
possible.
there's somebody who's just a freak in nature out there who's never gotten a chance to swim maybe never even swam in a pool.
But without high-level coaching, training, nutrition, it's just probably not likely. That's the catch.
Maybe you're right.
But what you're saying is, I think what you're saying, and this is the correct answer too, somebody out there is close enough where if they had just had the right training, they could be, right?
That's
but
a good point,
they're just, that's not their thing. They do it for fun or they do it for survival, right? Who knows?
Yeah, or they never had a chance.
Exactly. They never exposed to the actual sport.
There's some kid in, the Sudan who is running for his life,
right?
Who blows doors off.
Yep.
And you'll never know because he was born in the wrong circumstance.
Right. Just needs the right nutrition, right coaching, right equipment, and he could kick some ass.
Yeah, right.
Although I think we say this all the time when we talk about Michael Phelps, I still think the Olympics are the coolest because of once you get to the Phelps level, you can argue you're the fastest human who has ever lived. Right? There's no way, to Chris's point, there's no way to know 100% that there wasn't some freak that just never was clocked. CLOCKED.
Whoa.
But what? There's 8 billion people on the planet. What do they think? There's something like 16 to 20 billion people that have ever lived. Something like that. Who knows what the exact number is? Fastest one ever, Michael Phelps. No one has ever swam faster.
Ain't bad.
That one kid from France, though, he's giving him some competition.
He is winning everything right now.
Yeah.
He's blowing doors off.
Pretty
It's hard
cool.
to do in the water.
Yeah, good point.
I was watching a little bit of basketball last night before I zonked out. Did we win?
Oh yeah, we crushed.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna let that happen again.
Easy 100 for me, though.
Yeah,
Shout out to South Sudan for doing exactly what I wanted them to do, which is lose, but stay within 31 and a half.
Yeah.
And then I saw your lovely wife, Kelly, on Twitter say, I told Paul that was a dumbass bet.
Yeah, and then I told her I bet on the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
I should win that, though.
Man,
but who knows?
You realize that people tune into the morning show a lot for like 20 or 25 minutes on their way into work. When you go to a gig in Shakopee and they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
that's good. Good job, Saucy.
There were
Good
multiple
idea.
people yesterday in the sales area that thought.
Oh, they were pissed.
They were pissed.
What's the pretty girl's name who works here? Help me out. Come on.
They're all
Emily.
pretty. They're all beautiful.
pretty.
Yeah, Emily, the one who runs everything. She was really pissed at us.
Really mad.
Really mad.
Because our big boss at first was like, all right, that's funny. And then.
The guy from the video game?
Yeah. And then like 15 minutes later, he's like, wait a minute. Hockey's got to speak at that thing today.
I know.
Where
They
the
were-
hell is he?
they were very
And then
angry.
he basically like blamed Emily, and then the whole thing fell apart.
Yeah, I heard that there were multiple phone calls to AJ. And AJ was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
I talked to one of the clients at the meeting yesterday saying that he was specifically coming in to talk to us. So the fact that you two weren't here, he's like, well, if half the Power Trip show is not even there, so he almost canceled at the last second, and then luckily heard the end of the show and realized you guys were kidding, and then decided to at the last second end up showing up to the meeting anyway.
Do you think if we'd told Rosie that like Harrison Ford was going to be on, do you think he would have come in?
I was thinking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. What individual would have made him come in today?
Well, Tim Allen wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
We learned that, but we also learned it's the most Rosie thing ever to immediately go, oh, I knew it was a bit. I said it to Karin this morning.
He didn't. He's never mentioned this show to Karin.
Again, for the last month.
She doesn't want to hear about
the
this show.
The only reason we kept the bit going
And I don't blame her.
is because we couldn't believe how much off air he was falling for it. He had no radar.
You used
He
the
has
Marty
spent
example.
He has spent the last month constantly telling everybody, I just can't believe they're going that far for a game. I'm like, dear God, Mark, be skeptical. Have your radar up.
It was always just a throwaway thing, but then he, as you said,
just kept leaning
he kept
into it.
biting the bait.
God.
Yeah, quit biting the bait.
And then, of
buddy.
course, then the reveal comes and he goes, I knew it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
It's like my number one thing. Hey, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show.
Is this Wasp?
Yes, this is Wasp. Yep. This is called Smell My Friend Leroy. I don't know. It's a euphemism for something. I have no idea. Smell My Friend Leroy, yeah.
Friend Leroy or Friendly Roy?
Oh, man, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I will have to check with the writer.
Sauce, would you rather be a Leroy or a Roy?
Man, I'd be fine with either, but a Roy, like Captain Roy? Or is
Yeah.
that Captain Ron?
Captain Ron.
Yeah, Roy sounds sweet.
Hey, you know how a lot of times when I just ask you questions to see if you say something stupid, but I'll ask you a hypothetical and you go,
Oh, man, good question.
if I had said, would you rather be Leroy or Roy? And you were like,
God, that's a good one.
then I would have known that none of
Yeah.
them are sincere.
Yeah.
And it's not even good. It's not interesting. I just asked which name you'd rather be. I do like that you thought about it.
Yeah.
But you didn't give me
Whoa, good question.
And speaking of that, even though nobody cares but me, but I like to tell this to Corey so he doesn't think I'm as horrible as I actually am at
Well, I'll be the
on-air
judge of
games.
that.
I thought Friday was the best I've ever played Password.
You had 2 or 3 guesses that made me want to throw a brick through a glass window.
But some of them, I didn't just go muss on it and answer.
I agree, but I think I found the flaw in your password skills on Friday because I listened to the episode last Friday. I think I know what your problem is.
Please tell me.
You bob and weave between thinking every clue is an inside joke or literal.
Yeah.
One of the worst guesses of all time on the surface when Barb said clowns and you go, trees?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
sitting in my car going, what? She said clowns. How do you get to trees from clowns?
What the hell?
I'm like, that is the worst guess of all time.
Why did you say that?
And then explain it.
Well, because earlier we were talking about, I think it was off the air. She was talking about people and she was calling them clowns and trees.
Yeah, dumb trees.
Yeah, or clowns. And I went,
Right.
oh, that's so I thought she was referencing
Right. So
that.
that's my. I think your biggest
still
flaw in
got
that
it,
game
yeah.
is assuming everybody's going for inside KFAN jokes or off the air jokes. Because on paper, if the password is, I think it was circus, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
clue was clowns, and you go trees, and the whole room's like trees.
And I goes, huh?
What the hell? It made no sense.
No, none. We still won though.
You did win.
Barely.
Good for you.
So yeah.
Christopher, I have an Olympic event for you and a local connection.
Is it 3-on-3 basketball? Because I think I could do it.
St. Cloud's Elise Willoughby today will be in the quarterfinals.
Let's
Her
go.
4th Olympics. She is a 33-year-old BMX champion.
She's
Oh, sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
She is something to behold. I love BMX racing, man. I still
know.
do. I love it.
Silver medal in Rio in 2016, but I guess she's had a couple of bad falls in a couple of other Olympics. So she's got a medal, but she's looking to redeem herself today. Quarterfinals today, and then if she advances, the semis and the finals are tomorrow.
What a
It's
great
quick
family
turnaround.
sport, man. That's one of my favorite parts of my youth was racing BMX. I just loved it, and I'm so glad it's still happening.
So I hope this is correct, by the way, and I don't mean that in a weird way because I think I read, didn't her husband have like a bike accident that paralyzed him?
I said
Oh my
I
God.
did know he was a racer. I did not know that was the case.
I think he's paralyzed from like the chest down or something. Let me
goodness.
look. Let me
Really? Holy
verify
moly.
that that's correct.
That sucks.
I think that's right.
Oh my goodness, really?
I mean, I hope it's wrong, but I think it is.
The tracks they race on are so rad, and that was the correct use of the term. Thank
Yes,
you.
correct.
You're right, Corb.
Oof, man, that sucks.
Did that just happen not long ago, Max?
Looks like I see an article right here, and it says Elise and Sam Willoughby returned to Olympics after his paralyzing accident, and it's from 2021. So,
Wow, I did not know that.
yeah.
Man, that sucks.
That is terrible. Yeah, she is. I mean, just you can't believe what she does on a bicycle. But those tracks are just unbelievable, man. Even the track down here in St. Michael. There's one up Rum River, which is I forget what city that's in. It's up near your area, I guess closer to Ham Lake, up in there somewhere. It's an indoor track that is a facility that races year round that you just can't believe. We have some great BMX racing around here, man. That'd be fun. If I had young kids, I'd get them back into that because that is a good
You
sport.
should. Didn't you do it for a long time?
Yeah, I'd like to do it again, but it hurts to fall these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you fall once these days, you're like, well, I'm never riding a bicycle again.
Yeah,
That's the last time I ever
you're
fall.
tough, though.
What is the line Dusty Slay said? He said that they couldn't afford a real slip and slide.
Oh, yeah.
So they put a tarp in their yard and put some soap on it. And they thought they were going to use an old tree stump as a jump. And he said, went down at one time, just got up and went and got a job.
Yeah, correct.
Never played again.
Yeah, brilliant.
I had medical bills.
He's funny, man. He's so funny.
How about this, Chris? At 15 years old, Elise Willoughby was the youngest female to hold the national #1 pro women's title. So she was #1 at 15.
Pro at 15.
She's also one of the youngest to turn pro, female or male, in BMX since the early days of the professional class in the late 70s. She's also one of the youngest to hold a pro title since that era. So just figured it out at a super young age, and she's 33 now. So she's been kicking ass for almost 2 decades.
Incredible. One of us. Yeah.
So St. Cloud's own Elise Willoughby. Good luck today.
That's when I was racing was the late 70s, early 80s, man. It was the very beginning of BMXing. I remember at the time we rode dirt bike motorcycles, right? And we raced motocross, but we couldn't afford it anymore because it got so expensive. So the first time we ever took our bikes to a BMX track, it was in Richmond, Indiana. And I will never forget it. We'd never been there before. We show up on race day with our bicycles, which were Huffies, which we literally built in our backyard. And when I got to the track and they started practice, and they only went around the track one time, I was like, well, that's easy. I thought you had to go around over and over and over again like you did on a motorcycle, and I was going to be there all day, and I was going to be worn out. You only go around one time as fast as you can? Oh, this bitch is easy. Oh, man, that was the good old days. BMX Plus, BMX Action.
And how good is the movie Rad?
It was super great.
I never saw it.
Super great.
I just like the soundtrack.
Yeah, man, super great. Speaking of soundtracks, I want to bring this up. There's a score to Deadpool and Wolverine. Not the actual soundtrack, but the original score soundtrack.
Yeah.
And some of the names of the songs are just great.
That movie's so good.
Are they arable?
I'm going to read this one now because it's not quite 6. Well, it's just 6 o'clock. I'll read it quickly. Finger licking dead.
Yeah.
Inside pixie slab of third rate dime store.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nut milk.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
You were chest effed by a tree. That's another song.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's pretty funny.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
so
pretty
good.
Pretty good.
Hey, Maxo, have you ever watched all of the Marvel movies in the order they're supposed to be watched in?
What?
No.
That'd take you 5 days.
No, I haven't. A lot of them I've only ever seen once. I only ever saw them in the theaters. But I know a lot of people like to do. Some people do it before every single Marvel movie. It's
Yeah.
pretty nuts.
Do they not have jobs or kids? Or what do they do?
I guess not.
Isn't it 30-something movies?
It's a lot of freaking movies.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, my
got to be the
gosh.
biggest
That's
film franchise ever.
That was the thing that I believe got me so confused. There's just so many I don't even know exist, let alone have never seen. Like when What's Her Face comes out and she's all buff and everything, and I'm like, oh, that's the lady from Alien or Alias. I mean, I didn't even know she was a superhero woman.
All right, I'm gonna Google this quickly. I want to see how many I've seen because I've seen a couple. You guys have seen most of them.
Hold on. I looked it up yesterday.
Where's the whole?
Well, it's even more confusing now because
Yeah.
the Fox thing was separate at first because there was all those X-Men
What does the Fox
movies.
say?
And then now there's all these Marvel movies, and then there was the Universal movies, and so now it's like a bunch of different things all coming together.
Like, I'm not sure. Like, for instance, the Fantastic Four. Which one are they?
They were. It was one of the early superhero movies in the early 2000s. The one with Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are they? DC? Are they?
They're Marvel.
They're Marvel.
Yeah, they're
okay.
Marvel. But Marvel didn't have the rights to the X-Men or the Fantastic Four for the last like 20 years.
Crazy.
Because
I got them right here.
believe it or not, like in the 90s, the Marvel was actually bankrupt. The comic book industry like burst, and so they sold off the movie rights to all these different studios. So
can you
that's
imagine?
right. Yeah, Marvel being broke. It's hard to believe, but yeah, they were so broke. They sold the Hulk to Universal, Fantastic Four and X-Men to Fox, and then a bunch of other ones to different studios as well.
So that phase 1, I've seen Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, because that's the one with Norton, and Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Never saw Thor, never saw Captain America, First Avenger. Then I saw The Avengers. So I saw 4 out of the first 6, but never saw phase 2. Then never saw Iron Man 3. Didn't see that. Didn't see Thor Dark World. Didn't see Winter Soldier. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't see Avengers, Age of Ultron. Didn't see Ant-Man. So I only saw 1. I think it looks like I gave up phase 2 because I saw Guardians of the Galaxy and I didn't even see it when it came out. I saw it later.
Phase 2?
It's those 6. I don't know what that means though
Isn't
for
that the
phase 2.
underpants joke? Phase 1's collect underpants.
Oh, got it. Then I really got disconnected. Phase 3, didn't see Civil War. I did see Doctor Strange once on a plane. Didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I saw Spider-Man Homecoming.
Not
Didn't
the
see
first time you
Thor.
saw some Strange on a plane, am I right?
Haven't seen Black Panther. Haven't seen Infinity War. Didn't see
You never
Ant-Man.
saw Black Panther?
Nope. Didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Didn't see Captain Marvel. Didn't see Endgame. But I did see so in this third phase, I saw Doctor Strange and then the 2 Spider-Man movies.
Oh.
Jeez, look, man, Phase 4. This looks brutal. Black Widow.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, which everybody hated.
Terrible.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Fine.
Spider-Wang?
Spider-Man No Way Home. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Shooting webs,
I
buddy.
did see that one. Thor and Love and Thunder. You guys said that was terrible.
Awful.
It might be their worst movie that they've made.
Oh, man.
And Taika Waititi is like an awesome director too. That's the guy that did. Waititi did the. God dang it,
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Fantastic
He
movie.
admitted he did that for the money. He admitted it. I heard him on a podcast just say, I needed the cash so I could keep making weird movies.
Yeah. He's making a Star Wars movie soon.
Is he really? There you go. He's doing it again.
I mean,
Phase 5 is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania,
Horrible.
Guardians
That's
of the
terrible.
Galaxy 3, The
Haven't
Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine, and then Captain America, Brave New World, and then something called Thunderbolts.
that's with Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk.
Yeah, and the new Captain America. Yeah, he's the president of the United States.
The new Captain America is the guy we met in
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, in London.
Yeah, he seemed nice.
Yeah.
Jesus. You know, maybe we just caught him on a bad day, but again, he had a 10-second window to just be nice to us, and he wasn't.
Did you guys hear Stern?
He was too cool in a bar full of 5 people.
Nobody noticed him except for us, and he was still too cool to say hi to us.
Did you hear Stern talking about meeting Woody Allen?
No.
I don't know if this was an old episode, but I was leaving the gig last night and I heard him talk about it. He said, because he's been ripping on Woody Allen, rightfully so, forever, And he said, how many things have I said about Woody Allen? I see him at a restaurant and I'm like walking by and I'm like, that's Woody Allen, screw that guy. And Woody goes, hey, Howard, how are you? And I go, oh, hi, Mr. Woody Allen.
It's just instinctual to not be combative.
Like, I'm just a backstabber. And he told this story about running into Heath Ledger at a restaurant, back obviously when Heath was alive. And he was talking to, who was his wife, girlfriend?
Michelle Williams?
Right.
Yeah.
Was that her name? Michelle Williams?
I
think it's right.
I think he even said that he just had Heath on the show, or he had him on the show once or something like that, and now Heath was at the top of the game, and he walked over to the table at the restaurant and said, hey, Heath, Howard Stern, it's great to see you, a huge fan. And Heath just looked at him and goes, we're talking. And Howard's like, oh, okay, sorry. He walked away.
Whoa.
I know, right.
Yikes.
But I love
That's
it.
kind of what Anthony Mackie did to us
That's
in
what
London.
I was thinking when he said that, yeah.
And again, to repeat the story if you've never heard it, it was our former promotions director, Ellie, that really wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
And Lieber walked over to Anthony Mackie and was like, hey, the gal over here really wants to meet you. And he was like, can't, man. Basically went Matumbo on her and said, if I give one to you, I have to give one to everybody else.
Yeah, right.
So he's like, no pictures tonight, man.
And
no
it was
pictures
a
tonight.
dead bar.
Dude, nobody except for us has noticed you. No one knows you're here. Take one picture with her and it's over. And he wouldn't do it.
Man, I remember the next day because I wasn't with you that night, but we were sitting having lunch at that restaurant, and Ellie looked like she'd been run over by one of the buses.
Yeah, we were out late that night.
Oh man. You guys had fun right after I left. It's true, Max. So we were all so bored we couldn't barely keep our eyes open.
In London?
In London, yeah.
Oh.
And then I left and went back to my hotel, and I heard, oh, you missed the greatest party of all time.
It was. We partied all night. It was the best. Well, we were all falling asleep waiting for Bursich and Lieber to Uber 9 hours across London because it takes forever for them to get there.
Yeah.
And then they finally got there, and Chris had left like 15 minutes before that.
I was so angry.
And then it was the party of the century.
Max,
it was the
this
best.
is no joke. I was so angry when they were telling me these stories. They were so hungover, and I'd missed the party that a homeless guy came up and asked us for money, and I almost killed him.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
When we were sitting at that restaurant, and he just... God dang it, I forgot about that.
I was so angry.
You
I'm
were
like,
so mad.
How did I do this again? And the guy just asked the wrong table.
Yeah. You were like, get out of here.
You're like, damn it, were you at the party too?
All right, Front Page Sports after this. Power Trip Morning Show fan.
Man, I'm watching the ladies 3-on-3 right now. It looks fun.
So
lot less running.
yesterday, yet again, Rosie said he was watching a lot of the women's 3-on-3 game.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I named girls that I went to high school with again, and he didn't correct me, which means he's not really watching.
No.
I said, why do why you don't send Cale and Clark, but you send, and I just named girls I went to high school with. It's like, I watched a good chunk of that game. Yeah, you must have.
That's great.
And then for the men's, did you catch the other one, Chris? For the men's, as you were lying about Canton all morning.
Brilliant.
For the men's 3-on-3, Jimmer Fredette, former NBA guy, is truly on the 3-on-3 team. But
Yeah.
I also said Billy Hoyle and Sidney Dean. Those are the two guys from White Man Can't
Oh,
Jump.
my God. Are you serious?
And Mark
brilliant.
didn't catch that either.
I didn't either. Yeah.
That's incredible. Just waiting for his turn.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah,
you
he's
do.
not listening and he's not paying attention. And honestly, it's like taking advantage of somebody at the end of their life.
Yeah.
They're not even listening. I've told my dad since I was about 10, I'm going to play you in chess when I think it's over because I can't beat him. I'm going to wait for the right time, then I'm going to pounce. This is like playing chess against Rosie on his deathbed. It's just too easy. You just say whatever you want. He's not paying attention.
Brilliant.
I didn't catch that either.
Jeez. All right, should we do some sports?
Yeah, let's do front page sports.
Yeah, let's do it.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station
Holiday
Stores.
Station Stores, you can get two 28-ounce Gatorades. You buy two, and then you get one free. So hydrate at Holiday with our friends at Gatorade and Holiday. They have an exclusive flavor. It's Lightning Blast. Do it this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening. That's how that works.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all three.
Holiday rocks.
Team USA, the men's basketball squad, beat South Sudan 103-86. They cover the 31.5-point bet that Sauce and I made. That's the easiest $100 I've made in a long time. Bam Adebayo had 18 points off the bench to lead Team USA. He shot 8 of 10. Sauce, your bet probably was lost on Steph Curry. He went 1 of 9 and 0 of 6 from 3.
Yeah.
He had 3 points in 21 minutes.
Yeah.
That hurts. Ant played 17 minutes and scored 13. So the U.S. 2-0.
At one point, I think he scored 6 straight. Yeah, they the lineup is weird how they just mix and match, but I think they are so good that it really doesn't matter. They could play 5 guards and probably still win.
It is kind of funny that Steve Kerr got cyberbullied into playing Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't good. I don't think he was going to play him very much until people raised a stink about it. I'm honestly not sure. There's obviously a place for him in the line. I don't see why you can't just play everybody. Like you said, they're good enough. Like,
Right. Just play everybody.
Especially against these teams that when you're winning by 20 plus points, yeah, go ahead, get in there, Joel Embiid. Like, who cares?
Play it like it's a little league where like everybody has to play 4 minutes. Play it like that.
Right.
Something's going to change between now and 2028 when the Olympics are in Los Angeles. I don't think USA basketball is going to be so lazy with 3-on-3 moving forward. Well,
No.
Jaylen Brown didn't make the team. I get it. Throw him on the 3-on-3 squad.
Right.
If Jimmer Fredette and 2 other guys that I made up are struggling, put Jaylen Brown on that team. Aren't we instant gold medal winners?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Doesn't Jimmer Fredette play in like Uzbekistan or something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand how we don't have 3 NBA guys that are all-star-ish level, but maybe not Olympic all-star level, right? Why don't 3 of them just raise their hands and say, we'll do this? Why are we letting Jimmer do it? Right?
yeah, get one of those guys from Ice Cube's Big 3. One of those old guys. Even they could probably win a
Get
gold.
3 lottery picks.
Yeah. Or G Leaguers.
Yeah. Whoa.
I just don't get it, but maybe we don't care. But what an easy way to win a gold medal. Easy is probably a little unfair, but you know what
still,
I'm saying.
Though, that I'm with you. How do you not like, hey, I know you're on, like, let's say there's 50 people on the dream team or whatever they're calling it now. If you're 16, 17, and 18, you automatically get to play on this 3-on-3 thing. If you don't want to, that's fine. We'll find 20 and 21 and 22.
Right. I think you could take 27, 33, 36, only if she's 5'3", and I still think we'd kick everybody's ass.
You could put the Wolves bench on there.
I was about to say the same thing. Yeah. Nas Reed, Jaden McDaniels, and Rob Dillingham could win the gold for us.
Yes, correct.
Over Jimmer Fredette and 2 randos? Let's go.
Yeah.
Like I know the rest of the world caught up to us in some aspects, but they don't have the depth that we have. We would absolutely crush them if we actually brought some of our superstars or even just minor stars to 3-on-3.
So I know it's a 4-year tease, but I think 2028 in Los Angeles, I think we're going to treat 3-on-3 a little bit differently. Both genders are getting their asses kicked.
Yeah.
What's going on
you're
here?
100% correct.
The Twins won 8-3 over the Mets to avoid the sweep, but they did lose 2 out of 3 to New York. But Lopez went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Home runs by Buxton and Wallner. Cleveland was off yesterday. They are now hosting Baltimore for 4 days, so they have to face one of the best teams in baseball. Meanwhile, the Twins are off today, and then they host the worst team in baseball. So the Twins are 6 games behind Cleveland, but what a weekend of opportunity for Minnesota. If we can just do what we're supposed to do and have a team that's lost, 17 straight?
Yeah, last night they lost 10-3 to the Royals.
So 17 straight losses for the White Sox. If you can just sweep them this weekend, there's 20 straight.
Yeah.
And then hope that Cleveland loses maybe 3 out of 4 to Baltimore. I know that's unlikely, but let's hope they go south against a really good Baltimore team.
Yeah.
Cut it down to like 3 or 4 games after this weekend. Are you still boycotting them?
Yeah. Today might be the day that I find out if I have that ultimate package.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to let you know finally?
No.
You're not going to like the answer, brother.
Yeah, I hear you, Hulkster.
Hey, look, even if it's not ultimate,
Yeah, you're right.
it looks like it worked once.
It worked.
Yeah.
It's true.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, it was probably like bringing a squirt gun to the Civil War, but it got the job done.
You know what? It still freaked people out, didn't it?
Yeah, correct.
It's not the ultimate package, it's the able and the cable.
Yeah, it was a nice distraction.
Sir, you've made me wet.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Got it. Oh, button bar.
And maybe squirt gun was the wrong phrase.
Yeah. Oh, Hawk. What did we get Rosie to say yesterday?
Long butt.
Like 1, 2.
Yeah, no, he counted it.
He paused it. It's like that helped.
Right.
Thanks, buddy boy.
He doesn't get
We're going to take it out
broadcasting.
of context.
I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but who cares? So we get done with that meeting yesterday, the podcast meeting.
Oh,
And again, the podcast for the Power Trip just through the roof, right? It's
Unreal.
just, it's
Thank you all for
astronomical.
listening. We can't believe it. Just unbelievable. Historic numbers.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and just absolutely obliterate everybody else in town, and it's not even
And
close.
even people out of town.
Yeah, that is
some
true.
Giant podcast.
That's true.
I can't even believe it.
But so Rosie comes up to me afterwards, and he's like,
I walked
I think I'm
away.
going to start one of those podcasts. How do we get this? I go, Rosie. Oh, yeah.
Then he will do it. You wait.
I
and
think
see.
he just thought, hey, look, if the Power Trip's getting 1 million downloads a month, I can do that. Good luck, buddy.
You know what he's thinking is it's got to be me. He's thinking the reason the numbers are huge is because of me.
Duh.
And he's right.
I heard
He's
him
right.
say that, and I just walked away.
Does he not remember he did a podcast?
He did.
Yeah, with my
down
dad.
memory lane.
Yeah.
Exactly, down memory lane. But then he's like, is it hard to monetize a podcast? And I'm like, hello. Hello.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, you're
please.
asking the wrong show.
Man, yeah, I
million
can't believe
downloads.
those numbers. Dude. I can't believe those numbers. I can't believe it.
sweet.
What really matters after this? This is the Power Trip Morning Show and the Power Trip Morning Show podcast. The Fan.
I'm sorry. We just struck gold over here.
Yeah, that stuff's funny, man.
Hey, Corey, listen to this. I got to make sure this one's turned off. Hold on one second. Thank you, because that's straight up porn. Here we go.
What are you watching?
Nothing. Hey, these are, I got to stop it early because some of them are too dirty to air, but these are my favorite news bloopers of all time. Thanks to Jeff Manis for mailing these in. Listen to this.
Again, congratulations on your big Hooters. Hoosiers win. You said, wow, that was a slip of the tongue.
The team started slowly not picking up Portland's double penetration.
Trust me, you're going to love my one-eyed monster.
Northwest began serving peanuts this month. Georgia is the top peanut producing state.
Here's a black top helicopter.
That's why you got to stop in between those. Congratulations on your big Hooters.
Yeah, Hoosiers. Is that what he meant?
They meant the Hooters win. Yeah, listen.
Aaron, again, congratulations on your big Hooters.
She's a chesty individual.
That is
ladies and
a
gentlemen.
gigantic Freudian slip.
Whoops.
I love
He's been
news
thinking
bloopers.
a lot about it.
All right. What Really Matters is brought to you by our friends at Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com. For you contractors and installers, go to CatalystSupplyCo.com.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
Thanks, Catalyst. Katie Ledecky won her 8th gold medal, her 12th medal overall. She won the gold in the 1,500-meter freestyle. She also said she has no plans to retire, wants to compete in Los Angeles in 2028. She is 27 years old, so she'll be 31 in 4 years. Now tied for the most medals ever by a U.S. female swimmer with 12.
Wow.
Really?
And she kicked ass, too. Like, nobody was even around her. Nobody was even in the frame when she won. It was nuts.
Yeah.
She won by what, 10? Was it 10 seconds or something like that?
Yeah.
I think I read this morning.
It was crazy.
Yeah, the thing that I saw said that it looked like the other people were going in the wrong direction. She was so far ahead of them.
She was like lapping them. She, literally going a different direction than everybody else. And the announcer beforehand was like, I think it's going to be a close race. What a dumbass.
Way to sell the drama.
This is America, baby.
Live. What really matters is this.
All right, I'm glad Ben just walked in. I should have sent him, I'm going to send this text to him as well. I need you guys to take a look at the text I just sent you. And for those of you out there listening at Power Trip Land, look at the tweet I just tweeted. Mm-hmm. I was eating my bread, my Village Hearth bread. And I looked on the back of the package. That is their mascot. Have you guys ever seen that before?
No.
His name is Loafy. He's high as hell.
Yeah.
Tell me that guy.
Looks like Towley from South
He
Park.
does. That is Loafy.
Okay, so the Village Hearth mascot
Go, Ben.
is a piece of bread named Loafy. And on the back of it, it says, Loafy loves this bread, which means Loafy's a goddamn cannibal.
Good point.
Think about that.
Loafy eats his own kind.
Yeah. I just looked
he
at his-
loves it.
I'm like-
Loafy is tripping balls.
He
So
is.
high.
He just had mushroom bread.
Yeah.
That's why he's eating other bread. He's high. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I
Loafy
can't
thinks the
believe
bread
it.
talks.
He's a meth zombie.
And listen, we have to find a way to get Zach dressed as Loafy. he has to lose a bet, and he has to be Loafy at some event sometime.
God, well, how about the Minnesota State Fair?
I love it.
Yeah.
Look at that, Ben. Do you see that, what I just sent you? That is Loafy, the Village Hearth bread mascot. And
Village
he
Hearth bread kicks ass, by the way.
Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
It's so
The
good.
best.
Loafy loves it, and so do I.
Yeah.
Shout
it's
out
great.
to Loafy.
Loafy is high AF.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Loafy took the wrong acid.
Yeah. Loafy's so high, he ate his own kind, and he loved it.
Like, it would make more sense if it says, Loafy understands why you guys are so intrigued by the bread. But the fact that he loves it makes no sense.
gonna tell
Loafy
you-
loves that you love this
Yeah,
bread.
it should
Right.
say underneath it, eat my ass.
Wow.
Look at that, right?
Yeah.
So stoned.
That's their mascot.
It's a very, they meat sauce the mascot.
Who came up with this?
I have no idea.
Who
but
found, who found this? Of
I
you
did.
guys?
I did.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Yeah. As I was finishing my last piece of bread, I looked and I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, I walked in
Loafy
there. I'm
loves
like,
this bread.
why does Hawk just have a empty bag of bread?
Well, you eat all the bread, brother.
No,
Why
I
not?
know, but I didn't know why you had it, in there. I thought maybe you just throw it out.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
What do you got there? Wheat? What is that?
This was just regular white
bread?
Yeah,
I can't do white bread anymore.
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Sometimes I do.
I grew up on white bread. It was because I'm a freak when it comes to food. It was the only one I was like not afraid to eat. Now, as an adult, it's the opposite. It's got to be like 12 grain bread or wheat
Wow,
bread.
you eat 12 grain bread?
Yep.
Amazing.
I can't really do white bread anymore.
I'm looking for 13 grain.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Has anybody thought of that?
12 grain bread is great. Yeah.
Wheat bread is the bomb, though. Again, that's the Dark Star special at Good Day Cafe. You
Man.
just order wheat bread to go.
I
Leave
love that.
And then sometimes
toast.
leave it.
Yeah.
See, I find this really hard to believe because usually the 12 grain is it's got like a little bit of like stuff in there.
It makes no sense. I
know.
totally agree.
It doesn't seem like the
not-
texture that you would like.
Should not be something I like.
I mean, 11 grain maybe.
Yeah, that 12th grain came out of something.
Yeah.
I guess actually 7 grain is probably what I lean on, but I'll go all the way to 12. And why is it just 7 or 12? Right?
That's a great point.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe some people want 3 grains. Or,
Yeah.
Paul, I could see some people maybe saying 4 is the right number of grains. Would it be shocking if 5 grains is what somebody picks?
What about 13?
7-minute abs.
Such a good bit.
That's such a good bit.
All right, Loafy is now. How about can we just do the State Fair T-shirts or the Power Trip Morning Show and then just a picture of Loafy?
Loafy, yeah.
I like that.
I
Kind
like
of
that's a good
co-op
idea.
with Village Hearth.
Yeah.
Like they pay for half the shirts, iHeart pays for half the shirts. iHeart would love that.
Yeah.
But then we put our own
mascot.
You just put the mascot and that's it. There's
we
no
put Loafy on the back.
like slogan, no lettering. It's just
There
Loafy.
he is.
Then it's just the inside joke that Loafy's on our T-shirts.
Right.
Beloved mascot. That's what it says here on the website. Loafy is their beloved mascot. I think they need to make a bigger deal out of Loafy.
I think they
think
do
so, too.
too.
Especially
The kids are gonna love
in the
him.
stoner community for sure.
Yeah.
Be like Loafy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do a damn thing today. Just eat bread.
Eat bread and get high.
So, Max, I'm going to direct this question to you.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would reach for at about 1 a.m. if you're just stoned out of your mind? Would you just grab slices of bread and just peel them off and slowly eat them?
Not only is it something that I would, I have. I have been so high that I've just ate plain bread.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And it tastes delicious. It feels like Gordon Ramsay made it.
This is from a lady named Ellen Nealing, her website, ellennealing.com.
Hey, lady.
One of my favorite projects to work on for Country Hearth was the creation of a short animated ad to be displayed on the screens at U.S. Bank Stadium during Vikings games. So is Country Hearth local?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Is that the same as Village Hearth? Is that the same company? They have two brands?
I don't know. I had previously helped them create additional ads for an existing set that played during Packers games, and we carried those designs into the new Vikings Stadium for 2023.
Village Hearth is out of St. Cloud. What's the other one?
Country,
yeah.
Hawk, have you ever seen an ad at the stadium?
Never.
No. Never.
And then look, Loafy's wearing a Vikings helmet. Look at him.
Yeah.
He is
looking even more stoned. It looks like he passed out and somebody put that hat on.
He got so high time travel that he's an actual.
Like he's
Viking.
on X or something.
What were you saying, Sauce?
Country Hearth is and Village Hearth and Artisan Hearth are
all the same company?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You seem
awesome
scared
stuff.
What in
I
the
love
world?
that bread.
Ellen, you're brilliant.
That's good.
She made a Star Wars. What is going on? I got a Loafy in Star Wars. Oh, he's looking out the deck of the ship. Oh,
lightsaber.
Okay, what was that? He's got a lightsaber. Yeah, Loafy is imagining all this, by the way. He's standing in his living room with a mop.
He's in a padded room, thinking that he's traveling through the galaxy.
Poor Loafy.
Loafy.
Yeah, Loafy was the person who decided to execute the Death Star, right? And basically just destroy planets.
May the toast be with you. Brilliant. My goodness.
Shout out to Loafy.
Well done, Ellen.
Tonight is the night. Sauce and Hawker
Here we go.
in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah. So excited to be here, man.
For Texans and Bears. 7 o'clock, no Caleb Williams for the Bears. No, pretty much everybody for their Bears. The Texans are 1.5-point favorites on DraftKings. Hall of Fame game, Canton, Ohio tonight.
Can't wait.
Preseason game number 1.
Can't wait. I'm going to watch it.
May I golf clap to you guys because you guys really sold this thing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It was Saucy's idea. He did a great job.
Sold Rosie for a month.
Yeah.
Never once questioning why you guys would do it. Not one time.
I mean, the pictures on social media on the way there. I mean, all of it.
Yeah, I even timed out. I texted Hockey to ask him to tweet the picture of Wrigley Field, like
in
exactly about when we would get there, and he did. And then it wasn't raining in Chicago. And then the picture I got, I said this yesterday, but the picture I got of the sign for Indiana, I just Googled eastbound signs in Chicago. And I just posted that. And then I was going to post a picture of a Canton hotel, but you could tell it was just like a promotional picture. It would have wrecked our bid.
He wouldn't have noticed. Again, you opened the blinds in the studio and you could see the Minneapolis skyline. And
That's my favorite part.
So the city he grew up in, St. Louis Park, looking towards Minneapolis. That's the view of his entire life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I think I said this yesterday, but a bunch of friends of mine texted me and said, I've never been to the building you work at, but even I can tell it's the same building.
Yeah.
It's the same carpet on the wall. And then we said, I mean, there were like 4 things Hawk said that you could easily Google.
Oh, yeah, no.
You guys were asking him for restaurant advice and recommendations.
I said it's a great view of the Cuyahoga River, which is nowhere near there.
He didn't catch that.
Then we said WHOF is the home of the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Guardians. And it's like, they're both on opposite sides of the city.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you didn't care.
Greg Alexander, our boss, was like, do we have an iHeart station in Canton? Even he thought,
that's great.
Yeah, you guys sold it really well.
Good
job. Way to go.
Back to Loafy for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to Ellen and see if she'll make us a power trip, a mascot that is leafy, and it's a marijuana leaf with Zach's face on it.
Yeah, that
or maybe Max's face. Would you be honored? Or
I would be honored. Yeah, I'm honored to be Leafy or Trippy.
Trippy.
Oh,
Trippy's
Trippy.
better.
I like Trippy.
Trippy's better.
Yeah.
Well done. Ellen, make Trippy for us.
Again, I just want to know if somebody from Village Hearth understands that Loafy is eating the bread.
Oh, yeah. Is there another mascot that eats itself?
I feel like there is.
Like,
well, how about the Pop-Tart guy from the bowl games? Do you think that he...
Oh, yeah.
Was it implied that he ate himself?
Yeah,
that's a great bit.
Yeah.
The Pop-Tart bit is great.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm trying to think of, does the Kool-Aid man drink himself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Kool-Aid whales.
Kool-Aid's so good.
You got to put enough sugar in it.
Well, the thing is, like, he is it.
He is Kool-Aid. So
he is Kool-Aid. I mean, his body is liquid Kool-Aid.
And he's willing to bust through a wall to get to Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he'll rage drink, I think. And I think, look, a lot of us, if we could pour ourselves, we'd never leave the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've seen videos like
Careful.
Never.
Your mic's on, buddy.
All I need is implants, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What really matters, though, is this.
We got to go to break. That's what matters. We're running.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
all right. More of What Really Matters with Ben Lieber after this. Marnie Gellner in about 30 minutes because we swapped Tommy and Marnie this week. So Marnie in about 30. More with Lieber after this. All right, Ben Lieber is here. Marnie Gellner is going to be here in about 30 minutes or so, right around 7:10 or so. Let's do more of What Really Matters. I'll hit you up with some more scores and stats and then sauce. And I guess actually not sauce. Hawk will change your life with something else.
Maybe Sauce will do it.
Maybe Sauce will. Benjamin, Vikings tight end Robert Tonyan was carted off during practice with back spasms. That sucks. He's 30 years old. He's on a 1-year deal, but everybody's saying he's playing really well. And kind of a sleeper to be a guy that fills that gap until TJ Hawkinson is back and healthy. But no word on how long he'll be out. But Tonyan carted off with back spasms.
Hey, man, been there.
Yeah,
been
is that
there.
right? Really?
Yeah.
No fun.
It's no fun, but he'll be back, literally and figuratively, and they'll give him a few muscle relaxers. They'll just make sure that there's not something else going on. I'm sure they're going to do all the scans and everything, just to see if there's like maybe a compressed disc or something. But for all the things that it could have been, I mean, it's pretty good news that you go down with just back spasms, but. It's tricky, man. If you've got a weird back, I mean, I did mine. I had a back spasm right in the middle of a game, and we went back and watched the film, and they're like, "So what play was it?" I'm like, "Well, it's this play right here." And like, you didn't do anything. I go, "I know. I just changed direction, and my back just locked up, and like I couldn't even get like up to 90 degrees without being like in severe pain."
Oh my gosh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you treat that?
Drugs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like Loafy?
Yeah. I took a couple Loafies, popped a couple Loafies, and laid on a hard floor for a while.
Isn't that what happened to you at the root party? You got Loafy?
I got Loafy for sure.
What really matters, though, is this.
Max and I have come up with an idea. This is what really matters. We've decided that Trippy is the perfect idea for a mascot for the Power Trip Morning Show, and we need a mascot. Mm-hmm. So I'm right now tweeting the first ever drawing of Trippy. The listener who can come up with the perfect illustration of Trippy will win absolutely nothing. I don't know. We'll give you something. We'll find a way to give you something. I don't know. But we're looking for either an amateur and or a professional artist to draw Trippy. And I think it should be like a marijuana leaf looking kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is my first illustration. I need you to beat it out there. And the one we choose will win some sort of prize from us. It might be big, it might be small. But there's my illustration of Trippy right there. I'm not a great drawer. And that is, I tried to draw a marijuana leaf.
Oh, my God.
So, beat it.
That's scary as hell,
That's
actually.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do you think Trippy looks like? We need a mascot.
I'd stop doing drugs if that's what it looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
About an hour ago, I quizzed you guys, and I said the U.S. has won 5 gold medals, and I asked you to name the event or the athletes that has happened in, correct?
Yeah.
Now we have 6.
Hey.
Men's rowing wins gold.
Oh, hell
Wow,
And
really?
it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 8 people, 8 dudes, gold medals, but that counts as one. So the 6th gold medal of the 2024 Summer Olympics for the United States of America goes to men's rowing in something called the Men's 4 Final.
Do you know anything about? Did you watch the little piece they did on them on NBC?
No.
No.
2 of the guys are brothers, John and Tim Merrily.
I mean, come on. It's a great bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like Christmas? Oh, merrily row your boat gently. Got it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I have like an old like Comp USA computer brain. You guys have like updated Mac computers. For
And plus, you spent your life trying to be trippy.
And Loafy. What really matters, though, is this.
I thought maybe that mattered. But
That was
cool.
great.
No, everything's fine.
You're very funny.
Am I?
Man, you were funny yesterday.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. So are you.
Nah.
Very pretty as well, I thought.
What? Whoa. Your mic's on.
Casino.org has uncovered new details about John and Lydia Salmon, the older couple arrested for stealing more than $652,000 in cash and casino chips from the cashier's cage at Nevada's Prim Valley Casino.
Still cannot believe somebody thinks they can get away with that.
Yeah.
There's 8.7 billion cameras in a casino.
Yeah.
These 2 thought they could get away with
Yep, those are the 2.
Those are the guys.
That's exactly who I would have guessed. Paul, your hands up.
The lady, Woodhawk.
Yes, of
Because
course.
she likes
to
gambling?
gamble.
She does, and she's got some cash.
Did the black eye come from the actual
That's
robbery?
a great question. I'm not sure.
By the
Or
way,
is that
was-
how he got her to play along?
That was
no idea.
Black Eye EYE.
Though income is not always a reliable indicator of financial status, especially among regular players at casinos. Thank you. John Salmon, 63, most likely earned a 6-figure salary on his own for most of the past 5 years. It's a relevant fact because Las Vegas police say they discovered a medical bill for $12,000 in the couple's Las Vegas home, as well as a note from their health insurance provider stating that it refused to pay for certain medications. In fact, their arrest report described the medical debt as a possible motive for the heist. And they do call it a heist, Corey. A heist.
Man.
I know.
I mean,
John worked as a meteorologist for the National Weather Service for more than 20 years.
how awesome would it be, instead of this rando, if we read a story about how, like, Dave Dahl and his gal jumped a counter and tried to rob a casino. Or Paul Douglas or Ken Barlow.
Belinda Jensen.
Exactly. Chris Schaefer. Belle Jensen. What if it's like the Avengers of meteorologists and they just go around the country robbing banks and casinos? I guess I would say let me in on that, but what a cool, instead of a bunch of ex-presidents, just a bunch of former or current meteorologists.
What a great bit.
On July 18th, according to Las Vegas police, Ben Lydia, who's 70, just jumped over the counter of the cage at the Prim Valley Casino.
Still limber for 70.
Yeah, I know.
Is she Terry Kaiser?
That gal with the black eye,
Yes.
70?
Yes.
Boy, she looks good for 70.
Except for the black eye.
Except for the black eye.
Yeah,
Have
right.
you been to that casino, Hawk?
I don't even know where it is, but no, but it says in Vegas. I've never seen this one before.
Yeah.
It looks like the casino you go to when you're on your last leg, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean?
Like walking by
Like
circus.
because you're no longer allowed in the good ones.
Yeah.
See, I think they're giving the terminology heist a really bad name.
I know, I agree.
I mean, that's not a heist.
No,
That's just a
that's-
smash and grab.
Yeah.
Listen to this. She made off with $625,000 in currency and $27,000 in casino chips. She lugged the booty back to her car during several different trips. No employees were staffing the cage when the theft took place.
How is that possible?
I don't know. A day later, both she and her husband were charged with theft. Police say they discovered the couple's identity because their Nissan hatchback with its license plate was videotaped by a police body cam during an unrelated police visit to the property.
That's the way they got caught.
Yeah.
Not by the casino
Okay,
cameras.
but let's go back for a second, because again, I have a lot of questions. But think about what he just said. Something was so awry, something had gone so poorly in this casino in terms of security. They had the balls to go out to the Nissan hatchback and not go, oh my God, we got out of the casino with money. They went back for more.
Yeah, right.
If you get out of a casino with money, you have to feel like you already won the lottery. You should be either shot or arrested before you get out of there.
Correct.
And they realized that whoever was behind the counter or no one was behind the counter, it was so lazy.
Yeah.
We can walk back and get more?
Right. And
how
listen,
is that possible?
If I walk into the lunchroom and I see a chocolate chip cookie sitting there and I eat it, even though I don't know whose it is, that's not a heist. That is that's a circumstance. What do you call it?
Of opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It sounds like she was just walking by, saw there was nobody behind the counter, and just jumped that some bitch.
Yeah, grabbing something is not the same as planning a heist.
Right.
Heist. Look, some of us take this serious.
I know you do, and that's why I'm offended for you.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could. How do I combine arson and a heist?
You got to stop with that.
So I can just do the two together.
By the way, Terry Kaiser's birthday today. How about that?
Man, probably not celebrating.
No.
Did you hear the update?
I saw the article that was sent out on the text chain.
Freaking Bernie's house burned down.
Well, he was here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
That sucks.
You guys did save his life.
We saved his life.
Yeah,
we saved his life.
We should be credited
Or,
for it.
again, look, butterfly effect. Maybe if he stays home, the fire never happens.
I prefer not to see it that way.
Yeah, correct. You and your thoughts.
So I hope the Saints paid him a fortune because
They probably did.
he's going to need some money to buy some materials back
Our boy
outside
Derek
of the
said-
insurance money.
Our boy Derek said he was still here when he got the news.
Oh, man.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it happened like at 2 in the morning, right?
4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No, that sucks.
How about that?
God dang it.
And where does he live?
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah.
Okay.
By Vail.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Power Trip Initials may have come up with the best trip.
Oh, do we already have a trippy entry?
Yeah. And it's not Corey, but it's the guy that does a bunch of stats. That's pretty good.
Taking a look here. Waiting.
Take a look here, see?
Loading.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, look at that. Man, how did you do that so quickly?
Yeah, how did you do that
My
so
God.
quickly?
People using AI.
Maybe he had it.
Oh, yeah, but you're right.
Maybe he loves smoking.
No
that.
AI. You got to do it hand drawn.
Yeah, no Allen Iverson.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he loves that ooh-wee. That kush.
Just had it ready.
Yeah.
That sticky icky.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's pretty good, though.
That
It
is
is
good,
good.
man.
It is good.
Should we go straight marijuana leaf, though?
Well, I was going to say maybe it's a little too on the nose, right?
What if his bit is he's called Trippy because he's a klutz?
Maybe it should just be like a.
An acid tab.
I was thinking more just a cartoon version of yourself. Sasi?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If it's about me, I don't care what you do.
A great point. Maybe it should be a really high version of Mark Rosen. He should be trippy. Like him if he were homeless.
Oh.
Like if the drugs finally got the best of him.
Poor
like
Rose.
Like if Rosie had taken a left when he should have taken a right.
Yeah.
Then I'd only need 2 wishes.
Oh.
A listener just tweeted me and Dawson says that the mascot needs to be double cheeked up.
Oh, hell yeah. That
know
person
what that
gets
means.
it.
I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, what's double cheeked up?
Means big butt cheeks.
Thickums.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
It should be a very high, maybe homeless Rosie with dreads and 2 bees under his arms.
To what?
2 obviously ladies of the night.
Yeah.
So now Rosie is a Rastafari.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like
Rastafari
That's him.
Rastafari Rosie.
I love it. Rastafari Rosie.
That might get somebody
Hey,
canceled.
boy. Rasta Rosie.
Yeah, Rasta Rosie. That might get
Wagwan.
somebody canceled.
Yeah, put him in blackface.
And have him say, where my money?
Yeah, yeah, man.
Hey, just for free advertising, if the Village Hearth people want to send Loafy out to the State Fair and just have him hang out while the Power Trip does our show
we're in.
on the 24th,
Yeah, of
that
course
would be
we're-
fine.
Sure.
We'll just broadcast and Loafy can just walk around and shake hands.
Yeah, why not?
High five kids.
Yeah.
Make
Is
out
that
with
locked
Rosie.
in?
Smoke
Pass the
some
ganja.
doobs.
Wait, is Loafy an actual physical mascot they have?
It better be now.
I have
better
no
be,
idea.
yeah.
You better hurry up and get an actual costume. Better not just be a 2-second drawing that somebody did.
Yeah. Boy, that
Although
would
it's
you up
pretty
if
awesome.
you were high, wouldn't it? I don't know anything
man.
about it, but I'm guessing if you saw
Oh,
a
yeah.
loaf of bread walking.
Yeah.
Isn't it better than just like semi-burnt wheat toast with honey on it?
Oh, honey is great.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
man.
good, but
Yeah.
I'm just a peanut butter guy.
Yeah.
Peanut butter as well.
Give it
Yeah,
here.
those are the 2
man. Give it
go-tos.
here.
Yeah. Peanut butter whales.
Give
It
it
sure
here.
does.
Peanut butter on an English muffin, even better.
I have
Do you eat
such a
English
hard
muffin
time.
score?
Yep.
A+.
Not very often though.
I'm like
I'm a bagel guy.
when it comes to peanut butter bread, I'm like Tommy going to the fast food joint. I got to have some peanut butter off the knife before I put it on.
Oh,
the
for
bread. I
sure.
can't-
Of course.
I can't wait.
You got to try it.
I can't wait.
I intentionally get a big scoop of that, just knowing that that's not all going on the bread.
Correct.
You can't put it back in
I
the jar.
can't put it back in.
No.
Gross.
No. And you know what? You take such a big mouthful of it that you can't breathe for a second because it sticks to your mouth, and you're like, well, I'm going down. It's death by peanut butter.
Death by what?
Peanut.
Oh,
peanut.
The news is next. Marnie Gellner is going to join in about 10 minutes. Ben Lieber is here. It's a Thursday morning power trip on the Fan.
The Fan.